Please welcome to the stage Andrew Hicks.
Thank you, Casey. So I have the pleasure of introducing Steve Latham, the CEO of Donate Stock. So funny enough, Steve is the founder of this cohort that I've known the longest. And we were introduced by a mutual friend about a year or two ago named Julie Valentine out in New York. And I think we were the reason why she introduced us, I think, is because we were the only two Texans I think she's ever met. And she said, you guys should meet each other. I don't really know why, but I'm really glad that she did introduce us because this has come full circle. So I'm incredibly happy that I was able to work with Steve. When I first met him and learned about Donate Stock, I was blown away by the team, the concept, and learning more about charitable stock gifting. But being able to see him and watch him operate has blown me away over the last few months. Steve has 3 successful exits under his belt, and I think this will be the 4th. We're incredibly bullish on the opportunity, and I truly do think that Steve and Donate Stock are going to unlock a billion-dollar market in charitable stock gifting. So with that said, Steve's going to come up here and tell you how they're going to do it. So I'd like to welcome to the stage the CEO and founder of Donate Stock, Steve Latham.
Thanks, Andrew. Hey, everybody. My name's Steve Latham, co-founder and CEO of Donate Stock. So I would wager that most of you own securities, own stocks, and that most of you support nonprofits in some way, but that very few of you, if any, have ever actually donated stock to a school, to a charity, to a community foundation. Maybe some of you have. Just show of hands. Has anyone done it here? 1, 2, 3, maybe 2. Okay, that's par for the course. So hopefully that changes today. If nothing else, you'll be inspired to do a new way of charitable giving. So why stock? Well, first of all, that's where the money is. That's where household wealth is concentrated. It's not the checking account. It's not your credit card availability. It's your investments. That's where 90+%, especially for households over 45, 50 years old. It's also the most tax-advantaged way to give, and this is the thing that very few people are aware of. If you own Apple stock and you sold it, you've owned it 10 years, you sold it, and it's about a 15x gain, you're going to pay capital gains tax, and then you can give the net proceeds back to charities, and you can write off that smaller amount. If you donate the stock, you actually not only get to write off the full fair market value, but you also get to avoid the capital gains tax. So it's really a transfer of wealth from the IRS to the charities that you're supporting, so you can actually have more impact with the same gift and avoid taxes 2 ways. So it really makes it unfair in terms of the best way to give to support nonprofits. It's a big market, as Andrew mentioned. We scoped this at about over $1 billion, just an initial TAM. I think we could double that through adjacent markets like private stock, LP interest, et cetera. So it's a big opportunity that, frankly, its time has come. The problem is that stock gifting historically has just been a 1% solution. We call it biased and broken. Very few people are aware of the benefits that I just explained. And if you've ever gone through the process like I did 15 years ago, you know what a painstaking process it is. It took me the better part of a week to execute a stock gift. And it was just not worth the hassle. And in 2020, I was thinking about that experience again, and that was really what, realizing no one had solved that problem, that's what led to the formation of the company. The other challenge on the back end is that nonprofits actually, 99% of them have been excluded from stock gifting. So if you're a small charity, you frankly cannot get a brokerage account from the big retail brokers because of the AML and KYC compliance requirements. Those that can get brokerage accounts struggle with the fact that it's a very manual process, it's a very costly, it requires a lot of people involved in every transaction, and the biggest problem is the donor's information is not attached to the stock. You just see stock showing up in your account and you don't know who it's from. So unless the donor told you, I'm giving you 10 shares of Apple from Schwab, you have no idea whose stock it is. So it creates a donor relations problems for the larger organizations. So this is why it's just been one of these problems that's languished there for years. But we've changed that. We made stock gifting accessible, easy, and scalable. That was supposed to animate slower. Think of us as PayPal for stock gifting, just a quick, easy widget. In a few steps, you can execute a gift in minutes, which took me a better part of a week to do 15 years ago. And we've also made it scalable and easy for nonprofits, no brokerage required. We can convert this stock to cash and send it to the charity the next week. That means they can start promoting stock gifting even if they don't have a brokerage account. We give them the assets to do it. We have the only end-to-end platform in the industry that allows us to manage the entire process and solve the reconciliation and acknowledgement problem. We even do the acknowledgement for them to their donors. And now we're scaling through channels by being embedded by online giving platforms, companies like Blackbaud and Classy, et cetera, that we are their stock gifting solution. We are the market leader. We've got a growing stable today of about 1,300 nonprofits. That's in the last 2 years, mostly organic. We should be about 10,000 by the end of the year through our distribution strategies. So we've been growing pretty quickly. We've processed about 13 million in stock gifts, over 1,000 gifts in the last 18 months, and we're really just getting started. How we scale through channels is first through nonprofits, the online giving platforms. These, it's kind of hard to see here, I compressed 2 slides into one, but basically there's about 20 companies that power probably 80-90% of all online donations. None of them have a stock gifting offering. They all need that. They view that as just kind of a easy add-on, and we're offering that to them on a rev share basis. We're then targeting financial institutions, so broker-dealers, wealth managers, RIAs, wealth tech platforms. So to use us, if you're an advisor executing gifts on behalf of a client, recommend us to your clients because it's really easy to do it yourself. And ultimately to embed us so that my vision is 2-3 years from now, everybody will be able to buy, sell, or donate stock directly from their brokerage or wealth management account. Financially, we have a very high operating leverage, low asset light model. So once we reach break-even profitability next year, we can scale quickly and make a lot of money. To that end, we're raising a $3 million seed round, and I'm happy to talk more about that. We have a successful team with 80 years, multiple exits, backed by a great advisory board. So happy to chat more. Our ask is introductions. First of all, use us, donate stock this year, and secondly, introductions to universities, nonprofits, financial institutions, advisors, wealth tech platforms. So with that, thank you. Put stock in something that matters. Remember this year to donate stock. Thank you.